we were okay today. We weren't as good as we were yesterday. I don't put a lot on with no pads and all that. I'm really excited for Thursday to see where we're at. But I think the spring efficiency is going to be the key. Just everybody doing a little bit better, coaches, players, details, and being efficient in everything we do, especially in the passing game.
Can you be more detail-oriented when you have a returner like Terry?
I think we can. We have to be. And, Gunner's been in there, Terry's been in there, so we've got two quarterbacks that have playing time. And then we've got to find two guys outside. We got to find somebody that can help Lynn and be more explosive out there. And caught a nice deep ball today, and that was good to see, and that has to keep evolving.
Who caught that deep ball?
Josh Ali. We caught a couple yesterday. That was really good. We threw two yesterday that were caught. And there was times last year in practice that we would throw them, we wouldn't even be close to it. And so that was encouraging.
What are your expectations for this group of running backs? Obviously going to be some new faces this season.
Yeah, we've got to find those yards that Benny was such a hard-nosed yards after contact guy. I think you got some explosiveness from AJ where you can get the long ball. And then you've got Smoke and Chris Rodriguez that I think are a little bit like Benny in terms of Chris is the hard-nosed yards after contact guy, and then you got Smoke who's a little bit between them both. He's kind of the slasher. So we're looking for those guys. They have to. We're going to have those three going to be competing like crazy, and I love the room. Benny left it in great shape, and they know what it takes to be a great running back and the physicality you have to have in this league. And so that's what I'm looking for from those guys.
Benny got about, I think, 75% of the carries over the last two seasons. Expecting it to be a little bit more even?
It could be. We'll see how we compete, and if they learn the offense, those two young backs, AJ should be further along. And it could be a running back by committee. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, and I'm not afraid of AJ being in there. Whoever that guy is, whoever wins the spot, being that guy that has the most reps.
What about Tisdale? What do you?
He's the guy that's a 10-6, 100-meter guy. Not as big, but he's still, for a little guy, in terms of his stature, he's still 185 pounds. So he's got some thickness to him, but he can run. So that gives you a change up there too.
Mark mentioned yesterday that he was hopeful that maybe Terry could have that same jump from year 1 to 2 as Steven Johnson did. What were some of the little things that Steven was able to build on between those years?
I think you go from year 1 to year 2 in an offense. It's about knowing where to go with the ball and decision making. That's it. And then we've got to work really, really diligently in terms of helping him with being a better target thrower. So being efficient and where we're throwing the ball and faster. And when we've been doing that, we did that with some of our professional development, trying to get with some people to find out what we can do to make it easier on him.
Yeah, there were some reports that Georgia pursued you to fill that offensive coordinator spot. How serious, were those discussions, and what were some of the reasons that you decided to stay here?
Serious in the point that they offered the job, and it came down to I love this community, I love this administration, Dr. Capilouto, Mitch Barnhart, the guy that I work for is fantastic, and I've become part of this community, and I love it, and I think we're doing some things that are special, and those all had a part of the decision making when I decided to stay.
The whole entire offensive staff is still intact. So how important do you think that is for the continuity with this being a season kind of maybe somewhat transition with Benny no longer being
when I was at Auburn for 10 years, everybody stayed together pretty much for the whole time, and I think it's huge. I think it's huge in recruiting, I think for the relationships that you build, and then just for everybody being on the same page, you can go faster. And then if you have to add, you can add, and then not be so strenuous on everybody. And, you're not teaching somebody a new offense, and we can go pretty quick.
One of the newcomers, DeMarcus Harris, you've only got to see him for 2 days, but what kind of stands out to you about his play?
His work ethic. I love the way that he comes to work every day. His first 2 days, swimming a little bit like you would expect a freshman coming in. It should already still be in high school, but I like what I see from him so far. He's got some quick twitch, and he gets in that and breaks really well. So I'm excited to see how he develops as we move forward.
Everybody good?